Welcome to a deep dive into the resilient spirit of Generation X. Let's travel back to the era that shaped their legendary independence and chill. Caught between two massive demographic waves, Gen Xers developed a unique perspective, blending old-school grit with a remarkably relaxed and confident modern attitude. They've often been called the forgotten generation, but for them, being under the radar was never a problem. It was an opportunity to define themselves. Look closely at a Gen Xer today and you'll see that steady gaze that says, "Don't worry, we've got this completely under control." Their childhood was a montage of analog freedom, defined by the heavy weight of boomboxes and the sound of skateboards hitting the concrete. There was a certain quiet coolness in the air back then, just a person in denim, sitting on a wall, watching the world go by. To understand where this chill comes from, we have to look at how they were raised to be incredibly self-reliant from day one. Long before helicopter parenting was a thing, TD-wary the latchkey kids. Walking home alone, they learned the value of their own company. Independence wasn't a choice, it was a necessity. If your bike chain snapped, you didn't call for help, you grabbed a wrench and fixed it. They navigated the world using physical maps and intuition, figuring things out without a GPS, built a mental toughness that lasts a lifetime. Dinner often meant making your own sandwich in a quiet kitchen. These small moments of self-sufficiency laid the foundation for a very practical mindset. Every glass of milk poured, and every meal prepared alone was a step toward the autonomy that defines the Gen X psychological profile today. Fast forward to today, and that same latchkey kid is the adult who stays calm when everyone else is panicking at the office. Their internal monologue is simple and effective. "I'll handle it." It's a mantra born from decades of doing exactly that. Self-reliance often manifests as a love for the outdoors. There's nothing like a solo hike to recharge that independent spirit. They are natural problem solvers. Give them a complex issue and some space, and they'll find a way through it without needing constant validation. The grit of the 80s was Rhea-skinned knees, and band-aids were badges of honor. And a smile meant you'd survived another day of adventure. Standing tall against the backdrop of a changing world, they remain unmoved by the winds of temporary trends or social pressures. They truly are built different. Their foundation was laid in a time before the internet made everything instant and easy. They operate like a lone wolf, not because they're antisocial, but because they are perfectly capable of leading themselves through any wilderness. They grew up in an analog world where communication required patience. Using a rotary phone was a lesson in determination and focus. Remember trying to record your favorite song off the radio? You had to time it perfectly, fingers poised over the cassette player buttons. Information wasn't a click away. It was hidden in library card catalogs, found through physical searches and a bit of dust. Meeting a friend at the mall meant being there on time. Tere were, no running late. Text only. The discipline of keeping your word. This era taught them the art of waiting. Patience became a superpower, developed while looking out windows for things to arrive. Then the world changed, and Gen X adapted effortlessly. They bridged the gap, becoming tech-savvy while keeping their analog roots. They are the masters of the hybrid world, moving seamlessly from a handwritten notebook to a high-speed laptop without missing a beat. Adaptability is their secret weapon. Like shapes shifting to fit a new container, they evolve with technology rather than fighting it. While others might get frustrated with new software, Gen X just figures it out. They've been troubleshooting their own lives since the 70s. Their mental landscape is a mix of old and new, floppy disks and cloud icons floating together in perfect harmony. There's something satisfying about the tactile feel of things. Even now, they might enjoy the click of a mechanical keyboard. Their focus is intense. When they're in the zone, the digital world is just a tool they use to get the job done. They value flexibility, walking through a park while handling a business goals. The ultimate Gen X work-life balance. Let's talk real-world practicality. Gen X doesn't deal in fluff. They look at life through a grounded, no-nonsense lens. It's a specific kind of facial expression to just give it to me straight. Look, that clears away the unnecessary drama. When it comes to choices, they prioritize reliability. They'd rather have a car that starts every morning than one that just looks fancy. They work hard, but they know when to clock out. Work is what they do, not who they are. A very healthy psychological boundary. Stability is their anchor. A solid home and a steady life are the goals they've worked quietly and consistently to achieve. social media drama. They're likely ignoring it. They'd rather be living their actual lives than arguing with strangers online. In professional settings, they're often the voice of reason, bringing people back to earth with a simple, "Is this actually going to work?" They set realistic goals. They aren't chasing pipe dreams. They're building foundations, one steady step at a time. And yes, they have a world-class eye roll for overly dramatic situations. It's their way of staying sane in a loud world. They aren't afraid to get their hands dirty. Checking the oil or fixing a leak is just another Tuesday for this generation. Keeping it real isn't just a slogan, it's a lifestyle. They value authenticity over perfection every single time. At the end of the day, they appreciate the simple things: a beautiful sunrise and the quiet satisfaction of a job well done. Gen X serves as the bridge between worlds, connecting the traditional values of the past with the fast-paced tech of the future. They are the ones patiently teaching their parents how to use a tablet, bridging the digital divide with kindness and humor. And they're also the ones listening to the younger generation, open to new ideas without losing their own grounded perspective. They find a way to balance traditional family dinners with the demands of a modern, tech-driven lifestyle. They've mastered the art of business casual, looking professional enough for the meeting, but comfortable enough to actually live life. Old-school manners meet high-tech efficiency. They still believe in a firm handshake and looking someone in the eye. They avoid extremes, preferring to stay in the middle of the comm center in a tug-of-war between competing ideologies. They can meditate in the morning and calmly check their emails in the afternoon. It's all about that psychological equilibrium. They respect history but aren't stuck in it. They move forward into the future while carrying the lessons of the past. They are the great connectors, the glue that often holds families and workplaces together through their quiet competence. Generation X shows us that you can be independent without being isolated, and tech-savvy without losing your human touch. They are the bridge, built with the strength of experience and the color of a life well lived. So here's to Gen X, proud, relaxed, and perfectly fine with being exactly who they are. Independent, adaptable, practical. These aren't just traits. They are the pillars of the Gen X psyche. Thanks for joining us on this journey. Keep that independent spirit alive and stay chill. The world definitely needs more of this vibe right now. It's time to embrace our inner self-reliance. As the sun sets on our deep dive, remember that independence is a superpower you can develop at any age. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into psychology and culture. Hit that button and join the community. Catch you in the next one. Stay cool, stay independent, and keep it real.